Ni kama ingekuwa ile wakati wetu nikwambia when I see my heart paragasha. Ati nikikuona tu hivi roho inaanguka kwa tumbo. Chui.
Day that kid will grow up, akuja kujua you are not the dad, he will love you even more.
Hello guys, again this is welcome back.
Ebu nimsaidie. Hi guys, welcome back to Ann Peter K Show. As always, it's your host Ann and Peter. And today kuna watu wamekuwa wakiuliza maswali about my kids being so big and not being able to call Peter daddy. So today we had this conversation before I said yes. So for once we knew what we were getting ourselves into, and I think we were ready, and we all in this world deserve to be happy. And kids, for me, I want to say that kid will never be a punishment to a woman, and we don't have to kuzaa tukitupaga ama tukitoaga tukipata mimba tukitoanga only because we fear hatutapendwa. If the right person comes, okay, we may not attract so many people, but we will always attract the right people. So Peter, the ground is yours. He's gonna tell us more about how you can relate with her. If you are in love with someone and you are planning to settle down with someone who already have big kids, grown up in a way they know you are not their daddy and they know they have a daddy. So he will be he's the smart one in Ann Peter K Show. He's our gentleman, so we always follow his you are what?
I am Peter.
We know.
By the way guys, unajua ana ananiambia ati sometimes mo appreciate. Ingile wacha ni mo appreciate. Hebu angalia kamera. Leo sijui hii ndio mnaitaka a melting smile ama sijui inaitwa vipi. But leo hata mimi ananichanganya. Sijasema ati yakuagi mrembo. But enyewe leo sijui ebu leta hiyo kid. Sijui kama hii kuna kitu nimemletea leo, sijui kama ndio inamfurahisha. By the way nimepata siri. Leo Valentine is loading and
Valentine ready.
Tumeanza kujipanga. Tumeanza tu unaona mababu hapa, tushaanza kujipanga. By the way leo Ana ako na furaha. Na hata ananusa utakula baadaye.
Sitawaambia ni nini.
Yeah, so anyway, but there's something that is very good for her there. At least leo baka nasikia mistari. Kwa Kiswahili tuko tunasema ati uko na macho ya ninga. Sijui macho ya ninga. Ni macho ya gorori. Shingo la upanga. Mapua ya mzungu. Sijui masikio tuko nasema masikio ya nini? Waswahili mko wapi? Tunasema masikio ya sungura, masikio gani? Lakini najua kuna shingo la upanga, kuna macho ya gorori, kuna ni macho ya ninga. Leo anatabasamu la melting smile. Rangi ni ile ya dhao kama kawaida. Leo hata ukimwangalia vizuri anachoma mpaka kamera. So continue. Leo ako na rangi ya dhao na si ile dhao ya sai, ni ile dhao ya kitambo. Hii ya sai inaisha haraka. So ako na rangi ya dhao. Sijui why are you shying?
No, I'm not.
Sinaona hata sijui kuna zile vitu zinaitwa seductive eyes. Sijui Kiingereza sana, lakini kuna kitu inaitwa seductive eyes. Let's atuambie ni nini hiyo kwa sababu yeye ndiye ako nayo. But you are smart, eh?
Thank you.
Ni kama ingekuwa ile wakati wetu ningekwambia when I see my heart paragasha. Ati nikikuona tu hivi roho inaanguka kwa tumbo. Chui. Na by the way nampenda kama githeri na avocado.
Hi.
I love you like githeri of. Unamkula githeri na avocado
Ushago after shule.
Nakajua bwana. That's how much I love you. So
Nini unapenda sana? Si better ungeniambia chai na mkate because that's your favorite
You,
meal.
you told me to change, so I changed. Now I like githeri and avocado so
Penye
much.
wananiambia anakonda, this guy, he don't listen to me. My problem with Peter, he's always right. Okay, he's smart. And I know he's very smart and very intelligent and very wise.
Nisifu.
But my problem with him is that for him, he believe like I have the right to listen and do everything he wants. But for me, even a single thing for him to follow, it's a disaster.
I do follow.
Sometimes
Leo nimempe
hadi
appreciate.
huwa anajua like maybe tumeshinda na yeye tulikula maybe before lunch anaenda home and I very well know this guy, he won't cook. So sometimes I even offer like, babe, see, we have dinner before uende, ni aniresi ni kunywe chai, and he's not even the one paying, I'm the one paying. He's so annoying.
Alikuwa anataka kumwambia pia yeye ulipa. Ni kweli analipanga.
Okay, for me relationship, for me it's all about 50-50.
Yeah, very, very true.
If you pay
But then I have a
for
question.
lunch, I have to pay for dinner. If you pay for food, I have to pay for drinks. For me, I do believe in that.
Is that true, ladies? So leo tukienda date, so who pays? Like tuende toke
You
hapa
can buy food.
tuende pale Villa
You
Losa.
can buy food, I pay drinks.
So what if I pay all?
Okay, it's okay. I appreciate,
Well,
but I'll make sure at least I do something. Maybe I'll take you out next time.
na niliangukia, by the way. Umeanza kuongea, hebu endelea.
Okay, can we change our topic?
Wenye wanasema
Ama tuendele na yenye tulikuwa nayo, we talk about this.
Wacha kwanza nijiongelee hapo kwa kukonda. Sijakonda, by the way.
Amekonda. This guy only takes tea and mkate. And sometimes hata nikimwambia babe tukule hataki.
Ndio nataka kuoa.
Nitakunywa chai.
Ndio nataka tuoane haraka.
But he should listen. Like nikimwambia kule he should eat. But then you promised and you always break that promise. Na nilimwambia if you don't keep that promise of kukulanga, then don't expect me to keep a promise that he wanted me to keep. So if you know you have been breaking that promise of not eating dinner, so when I break yours, don't complain.
Guys, I think ni kamera inakuonyesha hivyo. Mi by the way niko na mwili kubwa sana, imagine. Sijui hapa katikati kamera ikifika ina zoom side moja. So ina zoom in side yangu, ina zoom out side yake. Lakini I'm okay, hata niko na 6 packs. Ni venye sijapangwa. So I'm very okay. Hivyo nasema ni ukweli, na kulanga ya kunyonga chai na mkate saa 4 asubuhi na saa 10, lakini masaa mengine nakulanga. Although hata kama nakulanga story.
Guys, kwake huwezi kosa mkate inatoshana na hii mkono yake. Unaona the whole of this hand full up to here.
Alikuwa tu anataka kunishika mkono. So anyway, guys, I'm trying to work on that. You know, I've been through so many a lot of stress wakati ambao umepita. So hata kama ni wewe utakosa aje kukonda. So sio kukonda, nimekonda lakini sasa nitaanza kukula. Si mlimwambia nipikie. Hebu nyinyi muulizeni mbona hajakubali kuolewa mpaka saa hii. So because maybe yeye ndiye alifanya nikonde hivi, so anafaa kuwa na payback time. Lakini huwa anajaribu, huwa ananiambia nigoje nikule, lakini sitaki kukula na niende. Nataka mtu atapika jioni, tutapika jioni, asubuhi tu lunch hivyo. Sio mara moja. Sasa nikikula leo dinner tena kesho. Okay, you understand what I mean. Anyway, thank you guys. If you are viewing us when mgeni, kindly remember to subscribe, like, share and comment. Na kama wewe unatuona na huja subscribe bado, kindly subscribe, share, like and comment. Na leo nimeambiwa meza ni yangu. Asante sana madam. Ni madam au? Nataka kuitwa madam au nataka kuitwa babe?
Sweetheart.
Asante sana venye amesema. Sishajiita. Sasa nitakuita tena.
Najiita aje, sinafaa kuitwa.
Asante sana sweet heart. So kuna watu ambao wamekuwa wakiuliza swali ambalo halijakuwa swali rahisi. Kwanza kufuatia a video ambayo sweet heart alifanya na dada dota yake adota, na watu wakasema Peter, na sasa nikuulize bwana, sasa huyu mtoto ni mkubwa, atawezaje kukuita daddy? But guys, it is very possible. Na nikusaidie kabla nianze. You know I care for you and naona unasumbuka sana.
Ni safi.
By the way,
I'm just concentrating kusikiza vile unasema.
Unajua unaweza kuwa inama afu uko pengine unataka you are crying, you know. Ulinisema juzi ladies do cry. Now you will not even know they cried. Watalia the whole night and they still smile in the morning. Si ni kweli? So don't ukinama you might be crying. Afu niambia unajua nililia tu wakati wote na kujua. So umesema kitu mzuri sana. Ukasema before we met, that is 7 years ago, before tupatane na wewe face to face, tuonane na wewe, what the childs were always already calling me dad. By the way, umewajiuliza ni kwa nini? Or why do you think they called me dad? Did they tell you? No, you can tell us. Maybe unajua mkikwenda mimi akienda nyumbani siku anajua mnaongea nini. Before I continue.
Me, I don't know. I only thought ni vile like they were so close to you in a way like, okay, you are like a parent that we were not. But then I was so down, stressed, depressed. So I knew I was failing as a mom, and that's when he came through. So maybe him being there, feeding the boy, being there shule sana sana kalikuwa kanagonjeka. Akakuwa kanapenda food, like ameshinda shule jioni kako akitokea kamegonjeka kakona fever. Okay, he was that kind of a kid. But I wasn't around. I was working far and the kids were staying with the house girl. So the fact that he tried to know them more, he knew something wasn't right. And I remember akikutana na msichana na kasichana kangu akimuuliza, mumetoka wapi sahi? Tumetoka round muenda. And you can imagine by then my girl was, now she is turning 12, meaning she was 7, 8, 9, 10. She was around. She was less than
7
8.
years. She was 7
Probably
years.
7.
Yeah. It's 4 minus. Some years minus some years.
She's 12. You sure? I don't think so.
Let's continue.
So like, I think that's what caused the name Dad. But the boy, he was so young. He was about 2 years now.
Yeah.
So most of those boys, especially juu nilikaza nikiwa peke yangu, kukalea peke yangu, those kids sana sana, they call dad any man they get close to. So for me, I think that was the reason. Why was it that? Maybe unirekebishe.
Sinacha cha kukurekebisha. Okay, maybe it's true and maybe it's half true. Okay, those small kids, they'll tend to call daddy, anybody daddy, as much as they don't have a male figure who they see every day. Right? Because hata ukiangalia in most cases, hata kwa plot, ukipata mtoto mdogo, kuna yeye hana baba, ama babake kwa mbali, unapata anajaribu kuita baba ya watoto wengine dad, kwa sababu anasikia wao wakimuita dad. So for that small age, maybe kitu kama 2 years, a child is very innocent. Maybe she cannot differentiate. Sindio? And but I remember we met with that child again, but alikuwa mkubwa and still called me the same word. I think it's maybe pengine tukua we got used, tukua tumezoeana sana at that time. But what I believe in is that a child can still call you daddy and love you as their own father, even if they understand that you're not the biological father. Because it all depends with how you treat those kids.
And the funny thing, they can even love you more.
Yeah.
Especially those people there out there. Okay, me, I was mistreated badly by my stepdad, in which aliacha a lot of damage inside me. But I don't know if utanirekebisha Peter if I say this. If you marry someone with a kid, umle, tuseme hata huyo mtoto hatajua we si babake, umle, maybe tuseme ni hawa wadogo. Give that kid love, support, be there for him. The day that kid will grow up, akuja kujua you are not the dad, he will love you even more.
And that reminds me of kuna time nilisema so many fathers are just males. Just because you are mtoto, you don't deserve to be called a father. You can be called a father because wewe ndiye ulizaa huyo mtoto. But ile responsibility kubwa inakuanga wakati huyo mtoto ana grow. Any male can mother somebody, can make somebody a mother, right? Kama akona hiyo potential. But not so many males can be real fathers.
Sure.
Sindio? So ile namaanisha ni kuwa unaweza pata mtoto na msichana just because uko na uwezo wa kupata mtoto. Lakini sasa ile kulea huyo mtoto, that's now what we call fathering. And what the child is looking for, ile kitu mtoto anaangalia, because the children don't even understand the things to do with the DNAs. Ati sijui niko na damu ya huyu, sina, okay, although kuna ile mvutano, but the child will not understand that. The child will understand who is there for me, who is taking care for me. So many people ambao wanasema walinyang'anywa watoto. Nobody can come one day, si ile kunyang'anywa watoto ati mtoto alichukuliwa kafichwa ama nini. Kuna watoto saa hii, hata kuna watu ambao unanitazama saa hii. Either you are brought up by mamako peke yako na ukateseka sana huko nje, that your father was not present, although ana exist. So unapata huyo mtoto ako so much side ya mamake, hakaunti babake mahari. Yes, the father anasema yeye huyo mtoto ni wake kwa sababu yeye ndiye alimzaa. Lakini kwa from the growing up ya huyo mtoto, baba alimneglect. Si ndio? Mama akamlea peke yake. So whenever the father appears akiwa mkubwa, huyo mtoto atasema yes, I understand you are my father, but where have you been? Right? Nili grow up na shida, nili grow up na mamangu, ama nili grow up the other way around. Where are you? Why is it that you're coming today? Na unasikia kama huyo mzazi, huyo pengine mama, kama alienda kaolewa na huyo mtoto. Hata kama huyo mtoto ana understand huyo mwenye wako na mamake si babake, kwa sababu ya ile care amesomeshwa, huyo mzee ameinvest kwa maisha ya huyo mtoto, amefanya anything, hajawahi mbagua, amemsomesha, amefanya kila kitu. So it is very hard for you, kwa wewe mwenye uliacha huyo mtoto kuja useme huyu mtoto ni wangu. Hata kwa sababu umesikia ni graduate, sijui ni mkubwa mahali, you just appear na unataka huyo mtoto asahau mwenye memlea. It doesn't matter kama wewe ndiye baba mzazi kidamu. It's all matters with who brought that child up. So what I believe in is children wanaangalianga those people who are there for them. Those people who understand their feelings. Those people who understand their struggles. Those people who understand their pain. And those people who treat their mothers well. Right? Because I also understand that hata kibiologically, hata baba kama amezaa, unapata tukikuwa wakubwa, kama baba alikuwa so irresponsible, hakuwa anashughulika sana na watoto. Kama ni kibarua, tuongee tu kweli, hata uko hapo. Kama ni kibarua, ulienda kulimisha kupiga kibarua na your mom only. Right? Kama ni school fees, ni mikutano ya shule, kila mahali mkilala njaa, ulikuwa unaona mama yako. You have experienced so much pain with your mother, even if your father exists. Pengine yeye alikuwa anaamka anaenda Mongedho, ama anaamka anaenda shughuli zake, hata ashughuliki.
Ama pombe.
Ndio, ama pombe. Ndio unaona saa hii wazee wengi wanasema tuliachwa. Watoto wetu walituachanisha. Hawashughulikagi na sisi, lakini huyo mtoto akiwa mkubwa, nani aliona sana?
you are the new rebuild. How do you call
The
that?
foundation.
The foundation. It was you who started that foundation. You neglected the kid. Why are you complaining now?
That's why you see today, utapata mtoto ameenda ushago, ameachia babake 500. Let's be realistic. Ameachia babake 500, lakini akitoka mamake amemzindikisha, amemwambia mama shika hii 1500. Those people are both parents. Wao ndio wazazi wake halisi. Lakini mmoja anakuwa, why? Ask yourself question. Usijisumbue sana, just go back to raising. You become loyal to those people who you have grown up with. Kuna wazazi wengine, kuna watoto wengine hata wanapenda baba zao kuliko mama zao.
Yeah, sure.
Because pengine mama alipotea, akawaacha na baba mukateseka na baba, na nini, akawasomesha. Wakati mmekuwa wakubwa, mama akarudi. The bond was not created through bloodline. The bond was created through responsibility. Who was so much responsible to me when I was growing up, and that is the person I'll be loyal to. Ukweli ama uongo?
It's very true.
So, ulikuwa unataka kusema kitu?
No. Okay. Now we go to the topic of me having big kids and Peter being the father. Yet the kids already have the father. For me, I believe we all have the right to love. And the fact that tutiarutire, okay, there are so many girls, Peter, hupata mimba wakitoanga. Can you say like what they do is honorable more than what us we do?
The one thing that I respect so much about those roadies who never gave up on their kid, even when they were in the womb 1 month. Yani wewe ulijua uko na mimba, na ukajua haki ya nani. These are responsibilities.
With the fear, with the agony,
with the reject,
the stress, with the reject,
with the stigmatization, with no one, mpaka kufukuzwa. And you still sat down somewhere and cried. And you told, unless God is not God, huyu mtoto atakuwa mkubwa na sitamtoa. I salute those ladies.
Like for me, I remember when I was pregnant with my son, that's when I left the other day. And what they wanted me to go back to nikaange hapo na mamake. But by then I was really so stressed up. I was going crazy. By that time, ninge lose my mind. So thank God by then I had good bosses. They hired someone to do me counseling and all that, though it wasn't easy. And after that, he left. He left me less than 2 weeks pregnant. And I knew I just wanted another kid with him and I walked out. So that was very clear for me. And after that, I remember the reject. They rejected my son. They said my son is not the son of their son. Like you can just imagine the agony. But for me, the funny thing, I went through bed rest for 9 good months. Ilinipea stress. I thought it would be just the first 3 months. Wanaita first what?
Semester. I don't know. That one I don't know.
So for me, I thought it would be just 3 months. 3 months kuisha, it became worse. And as the days passed, nilikaa kwa kitanda for 9 months. I thought that, by the way, I didn't know. There were times I was doubting I was carrying a kid in my stomach. I remember even the doctors suggested Yoshua many times. But the funny thing about that kid, nilifell. Inaitwa kufell in love ama kufall in love.
Kufall in love.
With the pregnancy, even with all the strength. I could just touch my stomach and say, you know what? I love you and I love you with all of my heart. And no matter what, we're going to go through this together and we're going to make it. To a point ilifika mia saa ingine na doubt, is this really a pregnancy? A kid in my stomach, like it was a hell for me for those 9 months. I remember by that 9 months, I attempted to kill myself twice. But it came a time someone saved me and told me, you know, maybe you may feel you umefika mwisho, but there is one thing that you don't know. In everything, this kid deserved to live. And I went through the pregnancy, the 9 months of pregnancy, for the sake of my son. And the funny thing, when I knew I was pregnant, even before knowing I was pregnant, I told God, you know something, I want to get pregnant and I want you to give me a son. So nililipia gharama having that son. So after 9 months and everything, it was like 9 years for me. I remember hadi nikienda hosi niliwaambia, niliandikiwa tarehe yenye nafaa kwenda, and they told me like, and bado huna uchungu, you should go. I told them no, I'm not leaving this place without a kid. Like nimistoki hapa, like nilikuwa nimefika that stage kwa life when nimefika mwisho. Thank God nilikuwa Meru and nilikuwa naenda Kirua Hospital. I'm sure watu wa Meru wanajua. And thank God I met some Kikuyu people and doctors and we became friends. So they knew how hard that pregnancy was. So wakati niliwapata, I told them I'm not going back. And urudi tarehe fulani. I told them no, I really can't do it another day. So, and at last I made it. So there's no way you can come here and tell me that kid is a curse or anything. Like I don't have the right to be loved only because I have a son or I have kids. No, the kids are a blessing. And maybe we may not attract so many people only because people fear responsibility. I don't know. A lot of men do fear responsibility. But the good thing about it all is that at the end of the day, you may attract one or two people, but you will attract the right people. True or false?
True. Very true. So, okay. What about, we have this scenario, eh? We have, okay. No, let's now talk okay, tumesema kitu ya kwanza, before I go to what I want to say. Mtu kama mtoto, eh? Ata bond na wewe, kulingana na venye, wewe unataka bond na wewe. If you play far from those kids, they'll play far from you. If you want to become a father, know first understand what is fathering. Like unaweza bond na mtoto hata wa mtu mwingine by the love you show those kids, by the commitment you show those kids. And kudos for these people who get children, hata kama mliwapata out of wedlock, because these things have happened. Ama mliwapata how, but you still take care for those kids. I salute you, but there's this problem here. We have this group of people, wanapata mtoto na mtu, hata kama alikuwa bibi yako. You neglect those kids, you don't know where they are. You don't even want to know. And maybe hata ulienda ukaoa, and that is okay, kama kulingana na wewe. Now the question is, when you've struggled with your kids, wamefika, wamesoma, wameajiriwa kazi, then these people come again now and start claiming everything. Unanielewa? Unasema, hey, this is my son. Wakati huo hukumtaka kwa sababu huko najua anaweza kuwa mtu. Lakini wewe venye amekuwa mtu kwa society. Now that's why you oze out and say, sorry, I thought this is what you were speaking. So you find that ume just oze out ama umetokelezea na you want now that child to be yours. You want to take ownership of that child just because that child has become somebody. I know you don't expect that child to embrace you back because, of course, this child will recognize those people they grew with. So what I understand and what I know, and this is the truth according to me, that first a child belongs to the society, and a child will be groomed so much, and we have a very strong bond to those people who show concern, care, and love to both them and their mother. Being somebody's, having a child, having sired a child is not the whole deal. The whole deal is being a father. And being a father is being with that kid when that kid is growing up. So you might not be the real biological father to that kid, but you can be a father to that kid, and they will never see a gap between you and the original father. And unless Anne has something to say.
Okay, for me, what I believe, the relationship, okay, for me to be here, Peter had to work on my kids first. Because for me, as you always say, Anne without Peter, Anne without the kids, Anne is Anne with the kids. We are one. So maybe he tell us, how can you bond with those kids and what can you be kwa life yao? For me, what I think, being responsible, like, okay, like what I know about him and my son, let me start from there. They are very good friends. He don't have to come and take the what is it called, the praise of the dad kwa life yao, cause that's impossible. That's why unakutanga mtu anakuja kwa life ya mtu anataka kuwa the dad of these kids. He has to put the boundary, like ufai kuona baba yenyu, like sijui nini nini. I don't know, but I think that should be for him. Ama?
Okay. What I believe is that children, they have full rights to their father. The father, they share the blood. They are biological father. They can see the father whenever they want. Haufai kuwekea mtoto boundary. Afai kuona yule. That child is very innocent. Hajui kumake judgment. What I should do, me as Peter, and that other person, is just assume and take responsibilities. And know these children, you cannot just love their mother, cherish their mother, and now think that them and the mother are different things. The love you have to the mother has to photocopy to those kids if you have to be genuine and you have to be realistic. But that does not mean putting restrictions to those children. They have to be free. If the dad wants to see them, it's okay. But that is a point of discussion. Kuna watu wanasemanga hapana, mimi siwezi taka waonane na huyo tena. I don't want, hapana, I don't want anything. Even hapana, hata kama mtaenda kotini na koti mruhusu, bado unafeel hutaki. Kuna watu ambao wanajua, maybe some people wakikuja karibu na watoto, they shall implant in them negative minds at huyo awaze kusema ubaya wa huyo mtu mwingine, huyo sio baba yenu, sijui. So you want to prevent hawa watoto from toxic communications ama discussions from their previous kutoka kwa babake huyo mwingine. Kuna watu ambao yes, it is allowed, pengine kulingana, unajua huyo mtu ulikuwa na yeye, akipatana na hao watoto atawafeed na negativity ambao pengine it affect their future ama affect their thinking. So kuna watu nasema wamekataa kabisa that their previous hawezi kubali. Kwa sababu kuna watu watakuja waambie huyo mtoto, unaona huyo sio baba yenu, mimi naweza fanya hivi. So watoto watakuwa in between because wanataka kubaki na mamake, lakini wewe mama uko na huyu mtu mgeni na mko pamoja. So watoto wataanza kukuana. So it affects kids so much. That's why you find some people wanasema whether you go to court, mimi nimesema watoto wangu. Ndio maana unaona watu wanapotea na wanajificha. But because they want to protect their children from toxic information.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So, for me, najaribu kudigest.
You have not eaten. What are you digesting?
That's what you said.
Yeah, that is the truth.
Yeah, and your kids should be your priority. It doesn't matter you are married to who, because their future is what matters the most. Kuna watu huona like, I have kids and lazima nikae kwa relationship fulani nakaa hivi na hivi only because I have to be there with the kids. Trust me and believe me on this. If you are in a bitter marriage, munachapana, kuvurugana, matusi, you are ruining the life of that kid. You better just walk out of it, stay there, peace-free, struggle kulea those kids, but usikubali watoto wako waingiwe na that that thing, it's really, really not good. Me have been there and I have strained and struggled to get over it. And say that's why I do prefer, I better not be with their dad for the peace of these kids and their well-being of tomorrow. At least nikiwa na wao, hata kama niko peke yangu, at least I know hata kama nitakuwa na strain na struggle, they will grow freely without any pain, without any bitterness. They are okay. But tukiwa hapo na baba yao, we don't get along, we fight like cat and dogs in the house. Trust me, wenye wanaharibikiwa na hiyo maisha kabisa ni hao watoto. Hata mkiona wakiwa wadogo, wakiwa like innocent, trust me, munaharibu maisha ya hao watoto kabisa. If you can't solve your differences in that marriage, then hebu tafuta a better environment to raise those kids in.
Thank you so much, Anne. And I think we've come to an end of our discussion, but before I go, there's something I want to tell you. That person you see out there who is a hooligan, huyo jambazi ambaye anasumbua nchi, that person mwenye anafanya anything bad, those people who even fight, watu wote wanafanya, even those people they are a threat to national security, world security, they once came from a family. So it all depends with how those kids are raised. That's how that will reflect in a nation we will have one day. So if we want to have a greater nation, we want to have a better country, we want to have a better future, we want to have a better world, it does not start from church, it does not start from work, it does not start from anywhere else. It starts from that family. Anybody who is helping this nation today came from a family that was conducive. Any person who is disturbing even this country today also came from a family. So what are you raising? It's so very careful to take the care of your kids. Consider what is better for them, because that is what we depend on tomorrow as a country, as a nation, and the world. Unless next time, unless Anne has something to say, goodbye.
For me, nitamalizia na hii, if you are marrying a lady with kids and those kids are grown up, not easy for them to call you dad. Don't try to take their dad's place. Be their best friend, be there for them, love them, not expecting anything else in return. So ile like nitamsomesha ndio kesho anisaidie, ndio aniite daddy, ndio anifanyie hivi. No. Be that person kwa that life ya huyo mtoto, cause you have to be there and you wanna impact. We have to kutoa hii nini ya kusaidia watoto ndio wakuja kutusaidia baadaye ama.
Some people say that children are future investment, like the investment.
Okay, me, I don't think so. But for me, what I believe, be the best friend to that kid and let tomorrow and what you input in that kid's life determine your relationship between you two. Ama unafikiriaje? Though that one I ran to from him. He's the one who told me that some months ago.
Yeah.
So for me, till next time, see you.
See you next time. That was Ann Peter K Show. Don't forget to subscribe. It's subscribe. Like, comment, and share. Bye. We love you so much, guys. Till next time.
Hivyo
amesema.
aje.